Yo, what is up, guys? It is X-Men here, back again for CDA Week 3 matches. Now, this week was really interesting just because there was a lot of upset matches, a lot of change in the standings, which is pretty crazy, just happening in Week 3, which, I mean, I guess it's the beginning, but still. Let's get right into this. So, we have Redy versus Dorell. Now, Redy has, actually, let me first say, they are both 2-0. So one of them is going to be 2-1. One of them is going to be 3-0 at the end of this match. Let's get right into this. So Redy has a balanced team, bringing his three defensive Pokemon as well as the three offensive threats. And Dorell just has offense and Uxie. that's how I describe it.
Offensive.
Okay, well, so I predict Redy to lead off with either Rotom or Infernape as they are his best leads, and I predict Dorell to lead off with either Uxie or Greninja, just to counter that Infernape lead or just to set up rocks. So let's get right into this. So Dorell leads off with Entei, which is pretty good matchup because he does predict the Rotom. Good play on Dorell's part. But Redy's just going to Volt Switch out of there. He should go into the Latios because it eats up the hit. However, it's not going to eat up it well just because it has a 50% chance to burn, which Redy does get burned, which is kind of unfortunate for him. But I mean, that's the risk you play just because it's 50%. But Dorell's going to go straight into Kyurem here. Makes it a bit of an aggressive play. I essentially don't agree with that play just because Redy lost nothing by Dracoing, but he does T-Wave here. So he should Draco on the following turn. Dorell could have made another aggressive play and went into Diancie, but it's way too risky. So he goes into Diancie now, I believe, just to either A, protect, or B, Moonblast. But he actually goes for the Calm Mind here, which is really interesting because he just Calm Minds in his space. Redy can't really touch Diancie in any means at -1. Wait, did I say Latias? I thought I said Latias. Anyways, Dorell just knocks out the Latias on the T-Wave. I'm not sure why Redy T-Waved. It's pretty kind of a bad play anyways. He should have got damage off. But Redy does go into his Drapion here, and he actually just tries to get damage off, but he actually gets Poison Jab. I mean, he uses Poison Jab and gets Earth Powered. But Dorell reveals that he's running no speed on Diancie, which, I mean, isn't the best because he could have still had his Diancie. But it's fine because he just revenge kills with Entei, which is pretty nice. So, Redy goes out to Infernape here and just close combats the Entei. Doesn't kill, but is close. And Dorell just goes for the Bulldoze, confirming that he's not choiced in any way. But Redy picking the Bulldoze here goes into the Skarmory, and Dorell just extreme speeds. So, it reveals that Redy is, he is not Rocky Helmet, he's leftovers. And Dorell burns with Sacred Fire right here. Now, it kind of mattered just because of it was a crit, and it usually doesn't kill. I believe Redy calced it, and it didn't kill, but, I mean, it would have just been the same thing, like, Entei still would have been gone, so it wasn't really that game-changing in the end. So, Dorell saves his Entei here and goes straight to Uxie on the Volt Switch, which is pretty good plays on both parts. And now Redy has to go Sylveon here and try the Hyper Voice, just because the Fire Resist is gone. I mean, the Berry Resist is gone, being Entei. Well, not gone, but it's like low enough to where it's gone. But they both set up screens here. Dorell gets up late game rocks, which is pretty nice for him. And Redy's just gonna wish and try to Wish Patch into his Rotom. Not too huge, but Dorell just knockoffs here. Pretty good play knocking off the Scarf because now he can't outspeed that Greninja or anything else on his team that isn't the Uxie, which is fine. But Dorell just goes for double knockoff, predicting the trick here. Pretty good play on his part. But Dorell goes into Entei now just to sack it. But Redy actually goes for the Toxic, which is interesting because now Entei gets to kill something else essentially. But Redy does sack Infernape, and this is looking terrible for Redy, which means that that either Virizion or the Greninja is going to clean up the game. And Dorell just goes into Virizion here and just SDs in his face, and this is essentially game. Redy tries to go for Trick just to get the Lumberry, but it's not enough as Reflect does wear off for Redy. And Dorell goes for +4, which is ridiculous, but it's going to win him the game. And Dorell has a huge differential. I believe he's 9. He has a 9 +9, I think. Yeah, I think it's like +9 now. And Dorell is actually in first place just because of this win. Virizion coming through for his team, and it's gonna be a 3-0 in Dorell's favor. So yeah, let's get to the next one. Alright, we are back for game 2. This one is Tempo versus Red. Now, both have interesting teams, but I believe Tempo does have the matchup just because of the better Pokemon that he brought. And Red doesn't really have anything for that Lopunny besides Landers, which is Ice Punch. So let's get right into it. I believe Tempo should lead with either Tornadus or the Crawdont, while Red should lead off with the Manectric or the Landers, or even the Zoroark if he wants to. Bluffing like Landers or Manectric or something like that. But let's get right into it. So Red leads off with Landers. Or never mind, I forgot, this replay is corrupt. On to the next one. Alright, we are back for the next match. This one is Leon versus Winter. I know both of these guys are really nice battlers, so this should be a good match. So let's get right into it. So leads on Winter's end. I believe Winter will lead off with either probably Embo or even Crocodile. I don't know. Maybe Sharpedo to counter that Garchomp lead. But Leon should lead either Garchomp or the Magnezone. Let's get right into it. So Leon leads off with Magnezone, and Winter leads off with Blastoise. So it gives Leon a pretty good advantage just at the start of the match. But making an aggressive play and predicting the electric move is going to go into Crocodile and gets Signal Beam by Leon, which is huge. But Leon making a good play turn 1 puts Winter at a disadvantage already because his Crocodile is already weakened. But he's just going to double into the Emboar, and Leon goes into Clefable. Emboar just HP Ices, I believe. Tries to catch the Garchomp on the switch in, but Leon just protects the Scout, and he's going to Thunder Wave the Blastoise, which is good for Leon because Leon is now really in a good position. I don't know why I said really, but he's in a good position here. And Winter just tries to go for the Skull to get the burn, try to see if he's unaware or Magikarp, but gets paralyzed on the Magnezone switch, which kind of sucks because now Magnezone's going to get a free Volt switch off. But he should go back into Clefable here on the Scald / Aura Sphere if he has it, which I don't think he does. But Blastoise gets paralyzed again, which is kind of sucks for Winter. But Leon just wishes here, and it actually confirms that he's unaware of Clefable. Which, I'm just going to pause real quick. I think that, honestly, Magikarp would be better. Like, yeah, I think that, Unaware would have been good for Talonflame, but, like, you have Garchomp, which is nice, and you have Kabutops, which is pretty nice as well. But, we're going to keep going. So, Winter goes into Talonflame here, might set up on, or might not set up, I don't know, because he knows he's unaware, so, knowing that Leon's going to go for the Thunder Wave, Winter's just going to taunt that thing, and he should SD here, or Will-O-Wisp the Garchomp, which I think he just Brave Bird straight out, which is, I guess, a fine play if you want to take, like, 1,000,000 from Recoil, but Leon's just going to go for your Rocks here, which is pretty nice, and Winter's just going to reveal the Natural Gift HP Ice, or Natural Gift Ice, whatever. But Leon's going to go into Kabutops here. He should just Waterfall. But he actually SDs here, which is huge. Because now, looking at Winter's team, he does not have a switch into this at all. Like, his Blastoise is already weakened. His Talonflame is, like, gone, essentially. So, he just Brave Birds here, which is a huge misplay. Let me explain this. Alright, so Kabutops gets weak armor, and Talonflame just Brave Birds. I think Winter was trying to break a potential Sash, which is an alright play, but now Kabutops at +1 attack and +1 speed, which is huge, because now he can't go into Emboar for Scarf or Sharpedo, even though Kabutops could have Aqua Jet. But we're just gonna keep going. He should go into Lucario here, as Leon just SDs again on the Brave Bird kill, which is huge. But Winter's gonna go into the Lucario and Vacuum Wave. Let me explain this play as well. So I believe Aqua Jet from Kabutops killed Lucario. I believe Leon confirmed after the match that he had Aqua Jet, but he just didn't go for it. Aqua Jet was 100% his best play. If he Aqua Jet, he would have been in a way better. But Lucario just goes for Vacuum Wave, knocks out Kabutops. And Leon brings out Golbat, and Winter's just going to sack the Blastoise here. Which is alright, because Blastoise didn't do that much anymore. But Winter should go into the Sharpedo here, which he does. And he should reveal the Ice Beam, which I think he had. Yeah, he had Ice Beam for the Garchomp / Golbat, which is pretty nice. But Sharpedo's +1. Leon should just Sucker Punch just to get off damage. And Winter's just going to be able to kill the Absol here. And now Winter's looking at he's in a really good position as of right now. But Leon should go into the Golbat here, not Clefable, just because Winter did one Poison Jab last week. But knowing that he can't OHKO with Ice Beam, he goes straight into Lucario, and he just Flash Cannons the Golbat, which does a lot to Golbat. That's almost a 2-hit KO. And because Leon Brave Bird, he's definitely in range to where Flash Cannon kills. So I think he should have roost stalled there, just a little bit, even though he could potentially get crit. But I mean, that was his best play anyways. But Lucario just Flash Cannons again, just to take out the Clefable. And now we're just going to Vacuum Wave the Magnezone. And I believe Emboy is going to clean out the game. So this is crucial because if Leon had Aqua Jet with Kabutops, he would have won the game. And that's why it was so crucial that he did Aqua Jet. But that's going to be GG, 2-0 in Winter's favor. And pretty nice battle overall. I think Leon played a little terribly with that Kabutops. Riddle Reckless. Get it? Reckless? Emboy? Haha? No, okay, I'm bad. But we're going to go on to the next battle. Alright, we are back for the next match. This one is Soul versus Zero. Now, I believe before this match happened, actually, I'm not going to spoil it. No. At this point in time, I believe Soul was top 3, I want to say. I think it was 2nd place. And Zero was around like 9th or 8th or 7th. Somewhere around there. You guys can check out in the description if you guys want to see like the actual standings. It's always been there. Timestamps in the description below as well. Forgot to mention that, but there should be an annotation at the beginning of the video. But let's get right into this. So Zero has a really unorthodox team, which might benefit him in this match, and Soul just brought like offense, pure offense, with which is pretty nice for him, I guess, because that's how he plays, his best play style. Let's get right into it. So I predict Zero to lead off with either the Bronzong or Delphox, as has good matchup against most of his team. And I predict Soul to lead off with either the Thundurus or the Landorus. So let's get into it. Soul actually leads it Rose right here, maybe predicting the Vaporeon to want to lead, or even the Nidoqueen. But Zero does lead like the Delphox with the Delphox, and he just Psychic straight out. That should be Specs damage. But goes into Barbarical, just sacks Barbarical, predicting the Fire move, I assume. Which Zero couldn't make that aggressive play, and Psychic was the best play overall because he wasn't going Scizor. But Soul does U-turn with the Scizor on the Zapdos because he cannot touch Zapdos, and Zapdos should just Heat Wave here, or he could switch out, predicting the Smackdown that Soul has been running. But knowing that Soul has to Earth Power here, he goes straight into Vaporeon. And Soul makes an aggressive play here and tries to predict the Zapdos and Smackdowns again, which is kind of like really aggressive, but I don't know. But Zero makes a really good play here in Ice Beams. Well, I guess it was a middle ground. Like, it was the best play for him because the Landorus was out. So Ice Beam was the best play, but Soul tries to go for the Sleep Powder on the Zapdos, which misses. However, he just hit this one, so the miss in the other turn was irrelevant. But Soul has to go into the Blaziken here just to try to take out the Zapdos, and Zero makes an aggressive play and goes out to Bronzong, trying to set up rocks or something to that extent. However, Soul's just gonna Flare Blitz here and like 2-hit KO Altaria, which is ridiculous. That's crazy. But Zero's just gonna risk here, just get back his damage. Altaria does get Bulk after it Mega Evolves, so it would have took that Flare Blitz. But predicting his Sludge Bomb, Zero goes into Zapdos, which isn't a good play because that does a lot. He should actually put the Bronzong there, I think, because Bronzong would have ate that up. And it eats HP Fire too, and it would have just set up rocks, which is really nice. But Zero just goes into the Delphox and revenge the Roserade. Now, I believe Soul has to go into either Landorus or Scizor, which he does go Landorus, and he should Earth Power here because he loses nothing by Earth Powering. If he wants to go to Bronzong, he just smack that down if you want. But that did nothing, so it confirms that Soul's not Life Orb. I think he was AV. But he goes into Scizor here, predicting the Ice Beam, which kind of weird because he could have Scalded there and got the burn. But that's fine for Soul. So Zero's just gonna Scald here, as is his best play. Doesn't get the burn out on Thundurus, unfortunately. But Soul makes an aggressive double here, predicting the Nidoqueen to want to come out, which he gets the prediction right, which is very nice on Soul's part. And Zero goes to Vaporeon again over Bronzong, which is really confusing to me. Just because Bronzong should be there to hit the Landers. And if he weakens the Vaporeon, it doesn't handle the Blaziken or the Scizor anymore. So, I don't know. Just a weird play on Zero's part, in my opinion. But, predicting the Earth Power, Zero's going to go into the Altaria, and it takes nothing. And, Zero predicting the Earth Power again goes into the, Earth Power slash Sludge Wave and goes into the Bronzong. Sludge Wave is a better play. I don't know why I didn't say that. But, Zero's going to set up White Screen, and Soul actually Earth Powers here, not over predicting at all. And, Zero actually gets him with an HP Ice, which does, like, jack shit. Like, that did actually nothing. But, Soul's gonna take out the Bronzong with the Earth Power, and knowing that he can't take out the Nidoqueen here, I'm gonna predict the Ice Beam. He goes into the Scizor, which is a nice play on his part, and he should predict the Flamethrower here, but actually he doesn't, and he just sacks the Scizor, which I guess kinda, I don't know, it kinda checked Altaria to an extent. But Soul's gonna go into the Landers and kill the Nidoqueen, which is pretty nice. And I'm not sure why Zero oh, that was a weird play that Zero made. Yeah, okay, this play. Now, I think that Earth Power did... Oh, no, Soul made a big play. Let me pause. Now, I believe Earth Power did like 34, 32, or something like... Somewhere around that range. You guys will see. I don't want to... Actually, I could scroll back up. But, it did somewhere around that range. And I'm not sure why Soul switched out when he could have just killed Vaporeon and not let him get the Wish Off, but... I don't know, he made a weird play there, but, I'm gonna keep going. Zero gets the Wish Off, and he should just protect here. Or go into the Altaria. Both are really nice plays. But Soul's just gonna Volt Switch out. Trying to get the momentum. And Zero has two options at this point. He could stay in and take the Volt Switch, and he could just Scald. Or he can go into the Altaria, which he does make the good play and stay in and Scald. I'm not sure why Soul went into the Blaziken. Maybe he didn't need Blaziken. I don't know. Blaziken kind of... Oh wait, it didn't have Speed Boost. Never mind. I don't know what I'm smoking. But Soul should Thunderbolt this time with the Thunder Switch, and just because it kills the Vaporeon, I think from there it should. But knowing that he's locked in the Thunderbolt, he goes into the Altaria, which is a nice play on Zero because that does nothing. It looks to be Spadef Altaria. Zero should just Roost here, as his damage is doing nothing, and he should Dragon Dance and win the game, I believe. Just because, yeah. Oh, he has Ice Beam. I forgot about that. Yeah, he shows the Ice Beam, which I don't know, kind of weird, but I guess it works. But Zero's just gonna Ice Beam here and win the game. So that's gonna be GG. A 3-0 in Zero's favor, which is huge for Zero, because I believe Zero's now 4th. Yeah, I think he's 4th. And Soul moved all the way down to like 7th. So they've like essentially switched spots. But let's get to the next one. Alright, we are back with the next game. This match is Cal versus Guy. Now, Cal is a really weird team. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird, and Guy is like standard, like, I don't know, it's kind of bulky. This team is like one of the best teams in the CDA in my opinion. But let's get right into this. Guy should either lead with Hydreigon or Mamoswine, and Cal should either lead with the Rhydon or the Victini. Let's get right into this. So, Guy actually leads with Arceus, which is pretty weird, while Cal leads with the Rhydon. That Earthquake does nothing, and he just bops the Arceus like turn 1. I think he should have got Rocks up, honestly. But Guy's gonna go into Tangle Growth here, and just Giga Drain. Cal makes a good play by going into Victini. It is Leftovers Victini, which is interesting to say the least. But Guy just goes into Heatran with the Fire move, which he does get correctly. And now Cal's in a kind of a bad position here, where he has to go to either the Rhydon or the Ampharos. Either way, it's going to take an Earth Power, yeah. Yep, that does a lot. He doesn't really have a good ground resist on his team. But he's going to Earthquake here, do about 20, do big Tangle Growth, which is like nothing since Regenerator's a thing. But Cal should go into the Primeape? I was going to say Victini, but okay. I'm not sure why he made that play, because now Guy just gets a free Giga Drain off. Or Earthquake if he wants to do that, which he does. So, nothing against that. So, Guy goes Heatran on the Fake Out, which is a good play on Guy's part. Now Kyle's behind once again. Kyle should start playing aggressive or else he's going to lose this match. But Guy actually Flash Cannon and does so much to this Primeape. And Primeape should U-turn again, but however he uses close combats here. and now Cow is in another position where he's losing momentum. And if this keeps going on, Cow is going to lose the match due to the loss of momentum. And he already weakened like a lot of his team, so Guy is in a good position here. As he actually goes for HP Ice, which is interesting. He should Volt Switch here, or well, that was kind of interesting because Dragon Pulse could have been a good play. But again, like I said, Cow doesn't have a good ground resist, which means now it's going to just spam right click all at once. As he actually goes into the Cobalion, which is Life Orb Flash Cannon, which is pretty nice. Taking that Memo Swarm by surprise. As he's just gonna go into Tangle Growth here. Just eat up the Flash Cannon, just get damage off on his Cobalion, which is nice. Which is what he needs to win this game, honestly. And Kyle actually makes a really good play here in Focus Blast. However, he does miss the first one, which kind of sucks because I would have knocked out the Heatran. But now Heatran is still alive and Cobalion is taken out. So now Cal has to go to Primeape here, and he has to U-turn out. Oh, actually, close combat. Okay, interesting. Both of these guys made a better play than I would have thought. So, Guy stays in, knowing he doesn't really need Heatran. I don't know. I think Heatran was beneficial as has still. But, Cal's just gonna go into the Ampharos on the Earthquake, and essentially he just loses at this point. As, Guy should go into the Hydreigon here on the, Blue Flare, and just be able to Dark Pulse and win the game. But the team actually shows the Glaceon and gets the crit. But Guy should steal Dark Pulse. My animation's fresh. I don't care how many times I see it. That's fresh. But doesn't actually kill the team, which is interesting. But now Zam is going to clean up the game. So that's going to be GG in Guy's favor. A nice 2-0 victory. I think it should be. Primeape can Oko Alakazam. Oh, well, Guy doesn't want to risk it anyways. Trying to save the differential. And goes into the Tangle Growth. And that's going to be 2-0 in Guy's favor. So that's going to be GG. No re. But, yep. I guess on to the next one. Alright, we are back for the final match of the CDA. This one's Mafetan versus Gray. Now, both really have weird teams, and both are on the low part of the standings. I think both of them actually haven't won a match. You guys should see on screen right here. But we're going to get right into this. I believe Mafetan is going to lead with either Galvantula set up webs, or the Jirachi just to get momentum with the U-turn, if it is Scarfed Physical. And Gray, I think, is going to lead off with either Honchkrow or the Breloom. Just get a Spore off, or just kill something with Honchkrow, because Honchkrow does really well against Mafetan's team. And I think Vileplume does well against Gray's team, aside from the Honchkrow. We're going to get right into it. So, Gray's going to lead with Honchkrow. Mafetan's going to lead with Tyrantrum. Now, Gray makes a really aggressive play here, and goes straight for the superpower, and just kills Tyrantrum. Gone. Obliterated. Now, I think that was an okay play, just because Mafetan was either A, setting up rocks, or B, switching out. But, it was an okay play by Gray. Now, Mafetan goes into Starmie, which is a really weird play. He just gets sucker punched and just dies straight out. So, already Mafetan's down 6-4. Now, Mafetan goes into Galvantula here, and this is a huge misplay in my opinion, just because Honchkrow did so well against Mafetan's team, and I think it was not the sack to make, honestly, but, I mean, it might cost him late in the game, as we'll see. But, Gray's just going to Flare Blitz here, do a lot to the Volcarona, as Volcarona has the no counter, so, just going to Flare Blitz again, and killed off the Volcarona. Arcanine cannot switch back in, so he should stay in and just get off damage. But and break the sash of Galvantula. But Gray actually switches out, making another misplay, in my opinion, just because unless he's getting rid of rocks, which he can't do on his team, it's just pointless. And that Galvantula could have been dead here, and he could have actually saved this Toxicroak and get damage off on either one of these two. But Gray sacks Arcanine now, knowing that he can't switch it back in, which kind of sucks for him. But I'm gonna go out to Gardevoir here, and now he's just gonna Hyper Voice, get the kill, but not before Mafetan gets a Bug Buzz off, and that does actually nothing, which makes me think that he's HP invested. But Mafetan should go into Jirachi now, just to let off either an Iron Head or Flash Cannon if he's special. He honestly should be physical, looking at his team, but he actually just Flash Cannons here. Now, I'm going to pause right here, because at this point, Gray actually loses to Vileplume, unless he has Ice Beam, Wall Rain, and he gets, like, he doesn't get Sleep Powder or something like that. But I believe Gray loses at this point here, as he does go into the Bray Room as the last effort to try to Spore, which he does get the Jirachi on switching, but he's still walled by Vileplume, which is good job bringing in my Mafetan. Maybe Gray wasn't expecting it because he brought the same exact team as last week, which is ridiculous. But Mafetan goes straight into Vileplume, and Breloom cannot touch Vileplume. But he actually gets a crit, and that does over half. But Mafetan's just gonna Sludge Bomb with the Vileplume, and now Walrein, unless it has Ice Beam, is not going to be able to take this game. Even Jirachi could take a lot of Surfs, or it doesn't get Scald, I think it's Surf only. But Mafetan's going to go to Sleep Powder here, and this is basically a wrap up of the game. Gray just loses at this point, tries to go for a sub as the last effort. But as it turns out, he has a chance to win now. Just a slight chance if he can get the rolls on Jirachi with Surf, but he actually does not have Ice Beam for this Vileplume, which means Mafetan is going to win this game, and it's going to be a 2-0 in his favor. Now, I think Gray made a couple of misplays. That second to Honchkrow was really huge, and not being able to get damage off with Arcanine was pretty huge, I would say. But I think Gray choked another game, which is crazy because he hasn't won one. But that's going to be the game here. I'm just going to let it finish. Just talk about one thing, is that there was another CDA match that wasn't finished. I think it was Marc versus Lynx. Yeah, Marc versus Lynx. Now, this is not going to be shown in this video because they're like obviously way too late, and this is going to be uploaded by the time they actually do the match, and it's actually 3 o'clock a.m. on what is now Sunday, I guess you can consider it, which is the day this is going to be uploaded. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, what you call it, timestamps in the description below to find each match. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and tune into the CDA. Standings in the description. Peace.